Today's podcast is brought to you by the Herzog Foundation. President Trump has recently appointed Dr. Sebastian Gorka as the Senior Director to Counterterrorism and Kari Lake as Special Advisor to the U.S. Agency for Global Media. Now, Moms for America has honored both of these superstars at a few of our banquets in the past, and we talked to them once again at CPAC, and we got all the latest scoop. This is the Moms for America podcast. Each week, leaders and everyday champions tell personal stories, share advice, and tackle the issues most important to moms. Hi, moms. I'm Debbie Carlitis, your host, and welcome to the Moms for America podcast. So glad that you're joining us again this week. Every episode, we gather together to inspire, encourage, and educate moms in their journey through motherhood. So welcome once again. Alrighty, well, on to today's program. Today, we are bringing you two more CPAC interviews with the Trump administration appointees. We love both of these special people. We have Dr. Sebastian Gorka and Kari Lake. First up is Dr. Gorka. Now, in 2023, we honored him, that's Moms for America, we honored him with a Champion of Freedom Award at our Mar-a-Lago banquet. His resume is way too long to mention here, but briefly, I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Gorka. He was raised with a love for freedom, literally in his DNA. Now, his father was imprisoned in Hungary for resisting the dictatorship regime. When he was liberated, his father moved to the UK, and his family thrived in a free country. Now, Dr. Gorka, he became a student, a literal student, on how to fight fascism, communism, and global jihadism. In 2008, Dr. Gorka and his family immigrated to the United States. He is a best-selling author on defeating jihad and all of America's enemies. Take a listen. All righty, Dr. Sebastian Gorka is in the house here. Welcome to the Moms for America podcast, everyone. We have been trying to get him down here. Everybody loves to hear from you. Thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And you're a big supporter of Moms for America.
Love it, the Moms for America.
Yes. All right. Catch us up to speed here. I was not on the stage when you spoke today. Why?
Why?
Because I was here.
That's not good enough reason.
I know, but don't get mad at me. I want everyone to hear what you...
She didn't come to my speech? Okay, this interview is over. Sorry.
I want you to tell everyone, because I heard it was amazing. There was a video clip.
Now she's backpedaling. Now she's trying to be nice.
I just want everyone to know what your message was. Because I only have you for a few minutes, and it's so important.
So the first message was really not related to my portfolio, which is counterterrorism in the White House. And it was just a message to 77 million Americans, moms, fathers, daughters, sons. Be happy, you did it. 77 million Americans. In the last 32 days, I just had this permanent grin stapled to my face. We just need to realize what we did. This is it. This is the moment where a man who was shot by a Democrat funder, a man who they try to put in prison for 730 years, is now again the commander-in-chief. So just be happy, guys.
Rejoice.
Celebrate. So that was the first thing to kind of get everybody in the right spiritual mood.
And would you say that is the vibe here? Everybody is
I hope so. I mean,
happy.
CPAC is always where I come to kind of recharge my patriotic batteries, because what Mercy and Matt Schlapp have done is amazing. This is America. What you see here, and this is a crazy thing to say, but I came to this on my radio show last year. Call me nuts, but I would like both political parties to love America. Is that too much to ask?
What a great idea.
Because right now one of them does, us, and the other side. And this isn't a hyperbole. I'm not making a political statement.
No, you're right.
You cannot love America and open the borders. You cannot love America and give tens of billions of dollars to countries like Iran that want to destroy us.
That's right.
You cannot love America and then, surrender in Afghanistan or tell our brothers in Israel, sorry, we don't want you to help. We don't want to help you fight jihadis. So
you can't love and destroy at the same time.
No, you can't. Right. And just to clarify the reality of the last 4 years. What would you do differently if your avowed goal was to destroy America? Nothing. Nothing. What would you do differently? So this is the moment where we have a chance to pull it back from the precipice, try and keep up with the president. He's 25 years older than me. I can't keep up with the guy.
Can you
It's
imagine
stunning. I mean, the
this?
genes of the Trump family are just
Off the charts.
I work in a skiff all day, so I mean, for 12 hours a day, I'm in this secure, compartmented intelligence facility because I'm doing classified stuff. So I don't see the news. I don't have my phone's outside.
Okay.
And I come outside and like, what has the president done in the last 30 minutes? I just
So you're just catching up, like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, your message out there was.
Well, first be happy, right?
First be happy.
Celebrate, and then I just wanted to give an illustration with a very, now declassified story of what has changed in my world. So This is the second Thursday of the administration. We're less than 10 days in, and the National Security Advisor, my boss, Mike Waltz, former Green Beret, we walk into the Oval together with one of my team members from the Counterterrorism Directorate, and we show the president this intelligence package, if you will.
Okay. I can't imagine what this looks like.
Well, the president loves visuals, so it was various intelligence products, maps, what have you, of an ISIS compound, this massive ISIS compound in northern Somalia, a cave complex where ISIS leaders are hanging out, and Mike, the NSA, Mr. Waltz, Colonel Waltz said, Mr. President, this is an ISIS compound in Africa that the US government has been surveilling for about 2 years. And the president looked up from the resident desk and said, well, what do you mean we've been watching jihadis? Kill them. And he got out his iconic Sharpie pen, and on the go box, the operational control box, he said, go. Wow. And so that's 6 o'clock on a Thursday night in the Oval. Saturday morning at 9:48, we're in the Situation Room under the West Wing, the crisis room. Me, my team, we're waiting for National Security Advisor Waltz. He walks in 90 seconds before go time, and on these wall-sized TV screens.
This is like out of a movie.
Oh, no, totally. But the thing is, it's not special effects. It's real.
It's real.
We're watching the jihadis outside their cave complex, and then suddenly the screen goes white, and this massive plume of explosions. My guys, God bless them, John, you know who you are, within 3 hours had declassified the footage from our platforms. We sent it to Mar-a-Lago. President tweets it out with a very simple message, to terrorists around the world. It went viral, block letters. We will find you and we will kill you. Years of not neutralizing global jihadism, and within 30 hours, the president said, do it. And that was only the first strike of multiple strikes. You can just look them up now in the last 32 days. America's back, and our enemies are in trouble.
Yeah. Thank God there is stability, and we're going to make America safe again. I mean, as a
it's
parent,
not just America. Look at the rest of the country.
Right,
look at Gaza. Right. There's only one person. I mean, this isn't,
no one else could do this,
This isn't
right?
hubris.
Yeah.
Just tell me, what other country and what other nation is going to fix these things?
No one.
Who's going to fix it? What? China? Communist China?
Right.
Theocratic fascist state Iran? Who's going to fix it? No. Only one man can fix it. The man who wrote The Art of the Deal. The man who brought us the Abraham Accords. The man who crushed ISIS in 5 months. President Trump.
Wow. Second administration for you. The difference.
The biggest difference is
I mean, it's like before
names,
and after, right?
His names. So let me explain with a roster. The difference is Pam Bondi, Rick Grinnell, Marco Rubio, Kash Patel, Tom Homan, John Radcliffe. These people are friends of mine. So think of this. I am there. I can't believe it was yesterday. It feels like 2 weeks ago. I'm in the White House yesterday. My friend, son of immigrants, is being sworn in as the director of the FBI. There's no swamp creatures. There's no establishment people. It's a team of buddies who are going to fix stuff and are doing it. What has Pam Bondi done in just the last few days? Warriors who know each other, and the one proviso beyond knowing their subject matter, right? Because there is nobody more qualified than Kash Patel to be director. No one.
I heard you say
working in the DOJ, working for Devin Nunes, running the Pentagon as chief of staff, deputy acting director of national intelligence. There is nobody more qualified. But not only are they qualified, they're all patriots who know each other. Think of this one. People don't understand. They're kind of missing the deep stuff. It's not even a video. One image. think of my two friends, Tom Homan and Pete Hegseth, at the border together. When in American history has a White House immigration chief been at the border with the brand new Secretary of Defense, with our troops and with our Customs Patrol agents? That tells you this is different.
This is unheard of. Yeah. This is revolutionary.
Totally.
Oh, are you going to be so excited to be back?
Oh my gosh, every day I'm living a dream. I've only waited 24 years for this job. I don't know what I'm going to do next.
I've been waiting 24 years for this job?
Well, I've been doing jihadi terrorism for 24 years, since 9/11.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know what I do next. I may take up poetry. I think
where would you ever go after this?
I know my LinkedIn thing is like ran counterterrorism for the most consequential president of the modern age. So I don't know, basket weaving or something. I'll think of something.
Wow.
I'll come up with something. Maybe you guys need somebody, Moms for America.
No, we're just trying to keep up with all of you. So words of advice to our moms. I mean, we can't give up. The fight is still, we've still got to be in the trenches for the administration, for President Trump. We're all, like you said, we've got a happy face, we're a sigh of relief, but some words of advice for us to keep motivated. We can't give up now because we've got so much more to do, right?
This is really important. You can't relax.
You can't, that's it.
You can't relax.
You want to, but you can't.
He is historic, but he's only one man.
Right.
He needs your support.
He needs us,
right? All of us need your support.
Yeah.
So whether it's telling the truth in your local communities, whether it's finding out what's happening in the local schools, whatever's going on, you need to be engaged. And more important than that, you have to be a catalyst to get other people engaged.
Yes.
This is it's like the function of the yard sign or the bumper sticker. People, a woman reminded me, I gave a speech to the GOP, I don't know, 6 years ago or something. And it was at a country, I'm not a country club guy, but it was at a country club in Northern Virginia. And I rolled up and I was late, so I had to park at the back of the lot. And I had to walk through this car park for this GOP gala. And apart from one guy, the organizer, his beat up little Ford, my car and his car were the only ones with Trump stickers. And this is like a MAGA kind of Republican ball.
You were like, what's up?
And in my speech, I called them out. I said, hey guys, thanks for supporting the president, but why do none of you have anything that identifies you as a supporter of the president? Like, oh, we'll get our car keyed. And I'm thinking, so President Trump gets shot at. He's facing, 730 years in prison, but your issue is whether your Mercedes is going to be keyed. You, by putting that bumper sticker on your car, by putting that yard sign, by going to that school board meeting, you encourage others. You are the catalyst. So don't give up, stay engaged, and also when it comes to my portfolio, understand that the jihadis aren't just 8,000 miles away in Syria or in Afghanistan. As you saw in New Orleans, you are on the front line, okay? So be aware, be cognizant of your surroundings. Understand as soon as you leave your house, you are on the front line and you are responsible for the safety of yourself and your loved ones. Why do I carry a gun? Why do I have a permit in DC, in Virginia, in Maryland? It's not a joke. I carry a gun because carrying a police officer is too heavy, okay? So be aware,
so true. We have
take
to really,
responsibility and remain a catalyst.
And courage is contagious.
I'll tell you. That's the Moms for America thing, right? Courage is contagious.
Well, thank you. Which one goes to the White House of these phones?
Classified.
Classified information. Thank you so much, Dr. Gorka. Well, we appreciate all the work that Dr. Gorka will be doing to serve our country and counterterrorism. Thank you, Dr. Gorka. All right, after this break, Kari Lake will join us from CPAC. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Hi, moms. I'm excited to share some news about our new sponsor, the Herzog Foundation. We know you're passionate about raising patriots and empowering your children with the best education possible. And the Herzog Foundation shares that passion. They're dedicated to promoting liberty through education freedom and helping parents like you choose the best educational path. They offer a powerhouse of resources designed to support families and schools alike, whether you're ready to dive in headfirst to the world of education or simply looking for more ways to empower your child's learning. From free training events to their must-read online publication, The Lion, they're committed to keeping you informed about what's happening in education. Also, if you've ever thought, moms, about starting your own Christian school or co-op, their School Box online course will give you everything you need to get started on the right foot. Again, we are so proud to partner with the Herzog Foundation, and we encourage you to explore all their amazing tools and the insights that they offer. So go ahead, visit herzogfoundation.com to learn more. You won't want to miss these incredible resources. Again, find it all out at herzogfoundation.com.
You know, I've never really felt comfortable sharing pictures of my kids on social media. Then I found Tuvu, a premium social app with an actual, authentic community. No bots, no one trolling me or my family. Just clean, wholesome content you can trust.
For the moms of Moms for America out there, Cardio Miracle really truly helped me out personally, and I could see that. But it also helped my mom out, it helped my wife out, it helped my sister out, it helped my friends out. I've really seen the benefits, and this is a time for healing our bodies, our minds, and our souls. And Cardio Miracle has done that for me, and I think it also can do it for our moms. Head to our link, cardiomiracle.com/moms for a discount and to get started today.
All right, welcome back, moms. Before we continue our show, I like to play a short clip. It is a beautiful clip of Dr. Sebastian Gorka addressing our own audience at Mar-a-Lago a while back when he received our Champion of Freedom Award. We were so encouraged by what he had to say about his amazing wife, Katie, and the role of mothers.
What is a mother? I'm an only child. I had a very, very close relationship with my parents. I lost both of them in the space of 3 months. And I want us to just ruminate for a second on what mothers really are. If you're not a mother, think about what your mother did for you. Because I could talk for hours on stories, real stories, about how my mother, as a 17-year-old girl, hid under a railway carriage, grasping on for life with a 26-year-old man who'd just been liberated from a communist prison. As they escaped to the West and would 3 years later be married. I could talk about what that woman did for me and for my father. I could talk about Sarah Carter, how she stood by a man who was blown up in a war zone, who was blinded in service to this nation, who's never faltered in supporting her. Or I could talk about, I have a reputation for being a scary guy. Jesse Waters said I'm the scariest guy on TV. And I see myself as rather hard-bitten and cynical. You would if your father had been tortured by the secret police. But I guess I'm not that hard. But my wife is. Man, she's tough. She says, never talk about me, don't boast about me. Well, guess what? This is Moms for America, so tough, okay? I'm gonna talk about you and what real mothers are and how they're gonna save America. Because last November, I was standing right here. I was standing right there on the side of the wall as this room was packed with sardine tin. It was packed. And there's a little stage over there, and President Trump was announcing his re-election campaign. What was my wife doing? While I was eating the yummy cocktail shrimp at Mar-a-Lago, she was working an 18-hour day as the chief election officer in our county in Virginia. Got up at 4 a.m. I saw her come home on the security cameras at 10 p.m. while I'm still here. And let me assure you something, there were no shenanigans when Katie was on deck, right? She did that because that's what a mother is. A mother is so many things. Of course, they are life. They are the epicenter of love, of nurturing, of creation, They give us strength. Guys, let's be honest, we're nothing. We're just blunt instruments, right? I mean, really, we are blunt instruments. And we are nothing. If I didn't have Katie, forget about it. Most important thing moms are is they are our moral compass. I am who I am because of Katie. And that's what we salute today.
Thank you, Dr. Gorka, for those beautiful sentiments about motherhood. What a great speech. And speaking of moms, I would like to invite all of you to like and subscribe to our podcast here and share this with all of your mom friends. This podcast is here for you. We are here every week encouraging you on your journey through motherhood. Also, if you have any ideas or topics for our podcast, would you please email me at podcast@momsforamerica.net. I would love to hear from you. Lastly, I want to invite all of our moms that are listening to join the movement here at Moms for America. If you're not a part of our sisterhood, please join us. It's very simple. You go to momsforamerica.us and sign up for our newsletter. Take advantage of all of our resources that we are here to support you. It's moms like us all across the country uniting together, fighting for faith, family, freedom, and the Constitution. Again, check us out at momsforamerica.us. Join the sisterhood here at Moms for America. We are all in this together. Alrighty, on to our next guest. Now, before entering into politics, Kari Lake spent over 2 decades as a journalist and news anchor for Fox News in Phoenix, where she became a symbol of truth in journalism. Kari was recently named by President Trump as a special advisor to the U.S. Agency for Global Media. Now, Voice of America is under this agency, and President Trump has chosen Kari to be the director of Voice of America, and we know that she will be amazing. All right, big news. We've got Kari Lake on the set of Moms for America. Just left the stage, right?
I did. I moved over here as fast as I could in my high heels, and here we are.
And I was determined to get her because our moms love you. Well, you are a great inspiration.
I'm a mom. I mean, we stick together. We moms, especially when they're coming after our kids.
Yes.
Which they have been.
Yes.
You know, they have been for a long time. I think we just woke up to it.
Yeah.
And when we saw what they did during COVID, you know, we've all been on the plane when you saw the mom with 2 toddlers having to mask a baby.
Right.
When dad was losing his job because he wanted to ask a few questions about the shot they were forcing on him.
Right.
When we saw that they were pushing this transgenderism in our schools and insanity on our children, our kids have been through hell and back. I like to give this young generation kudos for getting through it. This has been psychological abuse.
Yeah.
And so when moms recognize that, we realize we got to band together. Our morning coffee with, you know, after drop off became political talk. How do we come together? How do we
protect
organize?
our kids?
Yeah. And it's been a beautiful thing.
Well, you've been such a great voice. And by the way, we gave Kari a Mother of Influence Award a couple years ago because
it's on my nightstand.
Oh, I love
to
that.
this day, it's on my nightstand.
Because you have been so influential with your voice. We all know your background in the media. You came out, you ran for office. You've just really have been a champion. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for the award.
I know.
I appreciate. You know, I think once you make a bold step, and I walked away from my career.
Sure did, yeah.
And then, you know, the next fight comes up, and you go, well, I'm not going to cower from this fight. Why would I? Mm-hmm. This is not a time to be a wallflower, to cower away from the important fights. We're going to look back at this moment and say, wow, we were there for one of the most historic, consequential moments in our history.
Yeah.
And the question will be, what did we do?
Right.
Were we just observing in a safe spot, watching, maybe even rooting people on, or were we very active? Yeah. And this is the beauty of Moms for America. It allows a platform and a place for moms to get active.
Yeah, and our moms have been awoken. Like I remember at one of the events where you spoke at with us, you said the worst place to ever be is between a mama bear and her cub. And that is the truth. And we use that clip everywhere because you were on our stage and it was so true. You were like, there is no place that you do not want to be between that mama cub, that mama and her cub.
Yeah, I mean, and then the second worst place is between a premenopausal woman or a menopausal mom or grandma,
That's
and
right.
her children, her family, and her neighborhood. That you're not going to walk out of this.
You will not survive.
It's not going to work out well for you. Yeah. I joked when I was on the campaign trail, I'm like, they don't want a fed up mom in Washington, D.C. And I haven't even started my hot flashes yet.
Oh.
But, you know, all joking aside, there's power in being a woman, being a mom.
Yeah.
And that's why they've been trying to divide us and, you know, tell us that men are women. No. We're not falling for that craziness anymore. No one's taking away our womanhood. We're proud to be women. We're proud of our feminine side, but we're also tough as nails.
That's right.
When it comes to protecting our kids. And so I just thank you guys for all the work you've done. I always try to do whatever the Moms for America groups are doing because I know that we're
so good.
making a
We love
difference.
you.
We're making a difference.
We are. Moms all across this country, they've risen up and they are speaking out. Tell us what's going on with you right now. I mean, you're kind of, you know, you're not campaigning for the very first time.
Which is an adjustment because when you're campaigning, you're up at 6 in the morning and you're going until midnight. It really is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh.
Back-to-back campaigns.
Back-to-back.
President Trump has asked me to serve as the director of Voice of America, which is our government global media. It's the voice that America puts out to the world. And it's a soft power that we have that tries to influence people and let them know about our freedom, our liberty, and our American story in a way to spread our message so that we can show there's an option to some of the tyranny and tyrants around the world. And so I'm looking forward to getting in there. I'm not in the job yet. It's as you can imagine, with the government, there's layers of bureaucracy.
Sure.
I'm waiting to get my feet in the door. And we're going to use that soft power to make a difference and make sure we're putting out a truly American message around the globe.
Right.
We don't want to be putting out anti-American messages. We want to make sure that we are in line with what our values are here in America.
So who would be better than this than you? I mean, with your background, I love that, you know, the president has asked you to do that. What will be your challenges?
There are some challenges. We want to hone our message and make sure that we're doing honest and fair and accurate reporting.
Well, that would be revolutionary.
It sounds real simple, but it would be a real shame if we would put out an anti-American message on this outlet that the American taxpayer is paying for. But I also have heard calls to shut things like this down. I disagree with that. I think we first need to get in, look under the hood, make any tweaks and changes to make sure we're doing the job well and that would make our country proud. And this is, a soft power like this can prevent war. This has been around for 83 years. And we've brought freedom to countries. Some countries don't have access to free speech, and so we're trying to reach those people with this story of what freedom and liberty really means. And so we have a lot of work to do. We want to make sure the message is right and that we're not supporting regimes around the world, but we're actually awakening the people who are living under the oppression of those regimes and telling them about the freedom and liberty that we believe so strongly in.
I love this because America inspires all the other countries.
Yes.
Because we are the land of the free, and this is where hope is.
This is why people are clamoring to get in.
Right.
They're not clamoring to get into they're not clamoring to get into Iran.
Right.
They're clamoring to get into America, and there's a reason for that. So we want to make sure that we're doing a good job telling the story. And over the history of 83 years, Voice of America has put out some incredible reporting. And they put out some bad reporting as well. I'm going to be honest, and we need to be honest about that. Where they have failed, we need to do better, and we're going to turn it around. And I'm looking forward to getting in there. I'm actually really excited to get in there, but there's a few steps that have to happen before I can get in there.
So to be continued.
Yes.
To be continued, to watch out and see how all that goes. I'm excited because you're going to do such a great job with your media background. Last, just a couple words of advice to our moms. I mean, now we feel a little. I know.
I started my speech saying everyone looks so good because we're finally sleeping.
Right.
I know I wasn't the only mom over the past 4 years who just laid awake at night worried about my kids and their future and everything that was going on. I mean, I actually thinking about it stresses me out what we've had to endure.
Right.
But President Trump encouraged us to fight, fight, fight. Now we're in the win-win-win stage. I sound like a cheerleader, go fight, win. But really, we're in the win-win-win stage. But as I said on the stage, we need to be in the work stage.
That's right.
President Trump can't do this alone. And this wasn't his victory, it was our victory. I've never seen the American people coalesce and come together like they did. And I agree with what Elon Musk said yesterday. He said, this woke anti-America left is not real. It's a very small group.
They're loud.
They're loud, but they're being given money by our government.
They're loud and funded.
It's being
and
propped
small.
up.
Right.
As we remember, when President Trump was first inaugurated, remember the pink hat protest?
Oh, yeah.
And then it moved into Antifa, and then it moved into BLM, and then it was the pro-Palestine. So much of this is just an AstroTurf BS.
Right.
Paid for by our tax dollars to make it look bigger than it is. So never forget, our enemy is really just a paper tiger. And we have to get out there and continue to work. Take a deep breath though, enjoy the moment because we have been working, but don't lose that spirit,
momentum,
activist spirit that brought you together with Moms for America or maybe the moms in your kids' school. Let's keep working and fighting for freedom, not just at a federal level, but all the way down to the local level.
Yeah, just because the big guy's in, the boss. And
this isn't a time to just, but it sure is fun.
It sure is.
I wake up in the morning and I go, okay, they're 2 hours ahead of me. On the East Coast, what has President Trump done in 2 hours? I get on my phone and I figure it out and I go, good, some more good work being done.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being a warrior. We love you.
I love you
Kari
back.
Amazing. So we're going to watch what God does with you in your next chapter of your book here in your journey. So I know great things are coming and you'll be a great voice for America.
I want to do America proud and I want to free the world, truly.
Yeah. We can through media. That's how powerful it is.
It's the most powerful.
Yeah.
Some people who suggest getting rid of this, I go, this is the most powerful medium in the world, information right now.
Yep.
In the battle we're in, would you rather have the ability to broadcast to the world and to the people? That's more valuable than a tank. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
And we want to prevent tanks and weaponry. We don't want to have to go to the kinetic war. If we can avoid war, save people, save lives, and spread freedom across the globe. That's pretty powerful.
That's it. Well, thank you. Congratulations on the new appointment. Is that what we call it? Appointment?
Sure. I like it.
Yes, and to your family, your husband, he's such a great guy,
he's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, so thank you, and special thanks to Kari Lake for stopping by today. We almost tackled her in the hall. We were like, you got to come and talk with us. So thanks, Kari.
Thanks.
Love that interview with her. She's so great. Well, we mentioned that Moms for America honored Kari with a Mother of Influence Award at one of our banquets at Mar-a-Lago. Here's what she had to say at that event about trusting God with her life and her future.
So good to be here with you. How many mama bears out there? Oh, that didn't sound like strong mama bears. How many mama bears out there? There we go. I got into first of all, I can't believe I'm saying I got into politics. Can somebody pinch me? How the heck did that happen? I was just a mom who was fed up with the way things were going. And the left had gone and put themselves in the worst place possible, the most dangerous place in all of nature. First of all, if you're a hunter out there, you probably know this, is between a mama bear and her baby cub. And that's exactly where the left found themselves. And we, mama bears, are gonna rip them to shreds. Anybody for that? So, many of you may know, if you're not from Arizona, I worked in the news and the media for 27 years. And during COVID, much like what Dr. Gold talked about, it was such a wake-up call. I mean, our earth kind of moved beneath our feet, and we all said, what the heck is going on? Well, I found myself in a career that I love, that I was very successful at, looking around going, when did my career, my livelihood become propaganda? I know some of you might be thinking, well, come on, Kari, you've known the media's gone crazy for a long time, but I felt like I worked for the good guys. I worked for Fox. And I realized that there was a whole lot of propaganda being pushed, and I could no longer handle doing that. I didn't want to be lying to people. So I walked away from my career, I walked away from my large paycheck, because I realized that media had become not just biased, I mean, we all know it's biased, not just unethical, but it had become downright immoral. And once you realize what you're doing is immoral and you continue to do that, then you become immoral. And so it was a act of courage, I guess, that I stepped through that fear of walking away from my career, walking away from my paycheck, walking away from what I knew how to do, and stepped into the great unknown. And only when I truly, for the first time in my life, handed my life over to God 100%. Not 50%. Well, we've all been in those positions, right, where things are kind of rocky and not going well, and we go, I'm going to just hand my life over to God right now because things aren't going well, and then things start going better, and then you take back control. That's called like half-assing it, right? I, for the first time in my life, a little bit of a control freak, said, God, I am truly handing my life over to you. I don't know where you're going to take me, but I know what I'm doing is not right, so I'm stepping away from this. My life is yours, and you tell me what you want me to do. And that's what I did. So, I guess I should blame God for getting me into politics.
Well, as Kari has discovered, leaving her broadcast career has led her to unexpected places. We know that she will be an incredible force for good by working within the media in the Trump administration. Congratulations once again, Kari. So that'll do it for today's edition of the Moms for America podcast. As our guests pointed out, this is a time to celebrate and to be happy and to rejoice, but it's not a time to stop working for all of those issues that we have championed. The fight continues. President Trump, he will need our support, starting in our own homes, in our communities, and in our states. So moms, let's keep fighting. Let's keep defending. All right. Well, thank you all for being a part of today's show. For more information for Moms for America, all you do is you go to momsforamerica.us. You can check out all of our amazing programs, resources, webinars, past podcasts, all kinds of information that will help support you on your journey through motherhood. Again, check us out at momsforamerica.us. We say this every week, from parental rights to public policy, from the kitchen table to Congress. Moms for America has it all. We're here to support you, moms. Alrighty, I will see you next week. And as always, let's keep changing our country one home at a time. God bless. A special thank you to our sponsors, the Herzog Foundation and Tuvu. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Herzog Foundation.